Growing up, I was always the tallest kid in my class. I can remember being in kindergarten and the teacher lining us up by height for photographs or just to walk into class. And there I was, 5 years old and already almost my teacher's height. A couple of their students came close, but I was the tallest right through to high school.
Unfortunately, this was just another trait that made me feel different and unlike everybody else. It made adolescence, that time when everybody wants to be just like everybody else, very difficult because you can't blend in with the crowd when your head is sticking out above the rest. So I slouched. I slouched all the time. And all I got from that was bad posture and a few lectures from my grandpa, who was 6'3". But what could a grandpa know about being a teenager, right? I just kind of shrugged it off and kept on doing what I was doing.
When I was 13, the coach recruited me for the high school volleyball team. "You're so tall, you'll make a great middle blocker," he said. I winced. Of course, he'd noticed my height. Slouching wasn't going to make me invisible after all. My best friend Jana also wanted to go, and she wanted me to join her. "Maybe we could meet new friends," she insisted. I had also just received news that my blood pressure was high, so I knew I needed to be more active, especially since I didn't even know that could be a health concern at such a young age. Still, I was afraid. I was afraid that I wouldn't be good enough. I was afraid that the other girls wouldn't like me. I'd look goofy and stupid and probably get hit in the face. I didn't want to embarrass myself. But there was pressure for me to try out. My coach pressured me to go, my friend pressured me to go, and my blood pressured me to go in a way with that blood pressure issue. My parents encouraged me, and finally, when it came time to try out, I went. Flash forward to my first tournament the following year, and I was in a different world. I was amazed at the quick, agile, graceful, beautiful giants I was facing on the court. I jumped up with all my might and reached for the ball as high as I could, but there were many times when I just wasn't strong enough to compete with the girls who were over 6 feet tall. It was hard. I was clumsy and awkward at first. I took a few hits to the face. All of a sudden, in this new world of volleyball, I wanted to be a few inches taller just to get that edge. I practiced against the wall every day, ran for miles, and weight trained to become faster and stronger while hoping to grow another inch or two before I grew out of my teens. Eventually, I joined the volleyball team at Pierce College, where my team ended up placing second in the state of California my last year and then becoming state champions the following year. I'm proud that I helped make that happen, but it doesn't end there. After that, I continued playing in adult recreational leagues. The year after I finished at Pierce, I met my then future husband on the volleyball court. I'm 3 inches taller than he is, which may not be the norm, but he's okay with that. He's okay with me. When I lost my grandpa, I reflected on all the lessons I'd learned from him. I distinctly remember him putting his hand under my chin one day and saying, "Stand tall. People try to be like you every day. Be proud to be tall. Be proud of who you are." I'll never forget his words. Growing up, anxiety and self criticism held me back from accomplishing a lot of things I wish I'd tried. Now, I believe in knowing, accepting, and forgiving myself. I frequently remind my students that we are our harshest critics. It's easy to see all our flaws and errors, but it's difficult to accept oneself, and it's something that takes constant practice. As for me, I'm working on it. It's something I continue to practice every day, along with my volleyball skills.